A little while back, I decided that it was time to upgrade a few pieces of my PC build. I was ready for a change, and I had a pretty specific vision in mind, which ultimately led me to the Montech AIR 900 mesh case and the EZDIY-FAB Moonlight 120mm fans. Starting with the Montech case, I have to tell you, I haven't been this impressed with a case in this price bracket in a very long time. The AIR 900 mesh sells for around $70 at the time of this video, and I think that's an absolute steal. For a case in this price range, it's impressively sturdy and well thought out, all the way down to the rubber grommets around the posts for the glass side. Like most budget products, there is a little room to grow, but it's mostly in regards to little imperfections and inconsistencies. For example, instead of rubber feet on the bottom of the case, the AIR 900 mesh has what feels like more of a compressed foam material adhered to it. On the front of the case, the headphone jack is a little more recessed than the microphone input, and in what I'm guessing is a particularly unique circumstance for me, one of the wires had actually failed on the power button for the front I/O panel. I reached out to Montech when I discovered this though, and they dispatched a whole new I/O panel out to me immediately and asked for a serial number of the case so they could look into it for further quality control purposes. I was really impressed with the speed at which they addressed this. That being said, I adore this case, and if I could change anything at all about it, it would be to add a little more space between the side of the case and where the wires hide. Cable management with this case was pretty straightforward thanks to all the pass-throughs, but getting that side of the case on is a little cumbersome because of the amount of cables. Beyond that though, I intend to have this case for years to come, and when the time comes to swap out cases for something different, I'll be looking to Montech again. As for the fans, I think they're beautiful. At a maximum CFM of 26.16, they obviously don't have the highest CFM of any 120mm fan out there, but with 6 of them in this mesh case, I'm not worried about airflow, and was actually more concerned with noise, to which these are surprisingly quiet. I also wanted these specific fans because my motherboard does not have addressable RGB, and these fans came with a remote that would allow me to control the lighting and the speed. The fans come pre-programmed with a slew of different lighting designs and color combinations, ensuring that while it may take you a little while to get through all of them, there is certainly something for everyone if static colors are not your thing. Like many fans on the market, these have rubber pads around the areas that come in contact with the case to minimize vibration and noise, and do a great job of it. Upon receiving the fans, I was a little worried about using the remote with them, assuming it would require a direct line of sight with the IR sensor to function. As it turns out, I can walk into a completely different room and still change the settings for the fans. The only negative I've discovered with these fans is that when using the presets, the loop will freeze for a few seconds on occasion before resuming again. This is purely aesthetic though, and is always short-lived. At the end of the day, the combination between this case and the fans has left me feeling like this is the best looking build I've ever had. It's just right for me, and I genuinely couldn't be happier. If you're in the market for a new case or some fans, these get a big thumbs up from me. Special thanks to Montech and EZDIY-FAB for sponsoring this video, and of course, thanks to you for taking the time to watch the video. It was a little different from my normal reviews, but I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, consider dropping the video a thumbs up. If you'd like to help with the algorithm, drop a comment below, even if it's just to say hi, and of course, consider subscribing for more.